Okay, I'm going to call this one The Battle Is Not Over. And the reason why today is December 19th, 2010. It's about 5:10 in the evening. And I'm very disappointed. My heart is really broken. And it's broken because there may be, this is just a part where I just need to gain some maturity. I was really excited about something. And, I had my heart kind of set on it. But sometimes things are not meant to be, and for a very long time I have not been passionate about anything to the point of where I would ask or draw tears or cry or anything like that for it. But for this instance, I was passionate, and the reason why is because I saw a need where there was a need for sign language, sign language ministry, and it was just so much opportunity for growth, but I kind of missed out on it because part of it is my living situation. I'm in a homeless shelter, which is not so bad for me because there's just a lot of dilemmas I had to go through today, even addressing the homeless shelter type thing, because in my mind and in my heart, homelessness to me is something where you vacate, your pride, your self-esteem, and your ego, but which one is real, which is the perception. Am I homeless and in a shelter and caught up in this vicious cycle of homelessness, or am I actually just enjoying my life and taking advantage of what's being offered to me through real life education, because the things you get out of school are not things you can apply to real life. We're being closed up in an environment where there are specific rules and guidelines, and maybe they're not 100% right or 100% wrong, and they're not, equally distributed to everyone. I think that's more valuable than anything you can learn at a university. Because, like I said, for the first time in a while, my heart has been truly, truly, truly broken. And it's in a good way, because it's not because of a bad relationship. It's not because of me putting trust and faith in something. It's because of, what is. And the truth is that, there, there are guidelines and rules. And sometimes, God steps in and he can make a change if he sees fit. But, the reality of it is that, I'm not any more or less special than anyone else, And so, you never know what'll happen. So I have to kind of, take a step back and reevaluate myself. Am I being selfish? Do I have like this clean mentality where I think that and just to let you know, my moments are not always private. There's always people listening, but you have to be open and you have to find time to be open, with yourself about these things. But do I have this clean mentality just because I am that it'll come? And sometimes just because I am, it won't come, And but I know in my heart that the right thing is that this, if it happens in my favor, then that's great. That's what God ordained to be. But if it doesn't happen in my favor, then that's also what God ordained to be. There's a certain way that, the system wants me to do it, and if it's not done that way, then it's not going to happen, And there's other things that I can do that's productive, that are right, and I have to demonstrate, that I am able to, be humble and be obedient, not only to those things that I intentionally humble and submit myself to, but also, the Bible says by the rules of the land as well. So, I have to submit to that. I have to show that I can make, I can make it through those rules. My spirit and my heart, wants to go off and make music and dance and, all of these wonderful things. And I will have my opportunity. I remember when I first came here, I wanted to go to church, and what I was told was, okay, this Sunday you cannot go. But after, give it a couple of weeks and you'll be able to go every Sunday. And, I held my tongue, I held my spirit, and I was patient, and it came to be. So, even in this situation, I have to do the same thing. I have to remember that voice of that person telling me, be still. It's going to be all right. You may not be able to, satisfy this desire to do this now, but once you've overcome that one hurdle and you have the knowledge and the understanding of the law and how it's supposed to work, you may be able to take advantage of that opportunity, not even advantage of, but you may be able to, be enriched by that opportunity, that experience, and perhaps enrich others, even more so, consecutively, forever, forever after. So, my spirit is kind of ruffled, but, it'll be all right. It's just because I had so much excitement in me. And I have to say that I'm also glad that I've done the right thing, because there's so many ways I could have done the wrong thing, and I think God put me in check about it a couple times. Like, it could be something as simple as going to the local market and having a situation where there are forms that you have to complete, and the majority of people may fill it out with false information. But when you look at it, the truth about it is, that is fraud. That is forgery, because that's not your name, your information that you're putting down. It could be something totally fictitious, but you are trying to gain something out of that information that you place. So either way, it is wrong, and there's something that, there's somebody that suffers to that person, that company, that entity. They're giving the benefit of whatever it is, maybe it's discounted savings and that type of thing, but they're giving the benefit of that with the trust and good faith that you're putting correct information so they can solicit you with coupons and that type of thing. So when it comes to morality and moral values, the line is not thin, but sometimes we choose to see it as sin, when it benefits us. So that's the end of the commentary for the day, and there will be more to come.